punk ass.
I can share the alert.
Of course. What's good, y'all?
Ah. Hi, everybody.
How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. Second show in 2020.
Yes, I've been writing 19 still.
Does it? You have been? Yeah,
Yes.
I was about to ask you.
I'm still
Has
writing
that been an issue
2019.
or a problem for you trying to get accustomed to the whole 2020 thing?
Well, my little sister, I call her at work, she put me onto something today, and she said 2020. And 2020 is the best vision, right? Or X-ray vision.
2020 vision.
2020.
Right.
So she's like, in 2020, we gotta be, we gotta see more than what we normally see. Like we gotta have that X-ray vision. We gotta pay attention. We don't have time to waste. I mean, it's like cliche, but it's cute.
No, I understand what you're saying. I totally
Yeah.
understand what
I
you're
was
saying.
like, yeah,
You gotta,
2020.
yeah, you
Like,
gotta come up with something to make it work. I
yes,
feel you. I
and
feel
you
you.
have to do new things because if the same thing doesn't work, then you must do something else.
Well, always say,
Break the cycle.
right. Unfortunately, we sometimes in life what we do is when things don't work, we continue to do the same thing over and
Right.
over again, thinking that we're going to get a brand new outcome out of it, and that usually isn't the case.
It's called a habit and a bad one. And we all have one or two have bad
I got a
habits.
bunch. I have issues. That's just how it is. All right, y'all.
That's a cop out, but
It's a
anyway.
cop out, true. We got a beautiful born day today, so we're gonna get in here
Yes,
and
my
we're gonna
baby
get out
boy is
here.
8.
Go ahead.
I must say on air that Sierra Star Williams is 8 today, and one day I won't be here for her. Hopefully, I'll live to like 110.
I don't know if we want that though, but go ahead.
One day I'm hoping, that she'll be thinking of me and she can go to this clip and she'll say, "My mom shouted me out, on my birthday." So it's important that, she's a star.
Well, I'm mad she didn't share her Slurpee. I was thirsty as hell. Like she didn't want to share shit, man. That was kind of fucked up.
She is now home waiting for me to return.
No problem. Happy born day. Many
Yes.
more. I will tell you, like I just had a conversation with my son yesterday. Don't rush to get where we at because what I mean, you want to savor every minute you can or that you do have when you're young. Because like
Right.
every second you get older. So
Oh, man.
yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, we got 3 topics. We're gonna get in here. We're gonna get out of here, but we're still gonna give you the greatest conversation on the internet right now. And obviously, I want to start with what I think is the most
Tragic.
I don't, you call it tragic. You know what I mean? We have R. Kelly and his
Entourage.
2
Harem,
girlfriends.
harem.
Yo, people going too far in on him. Like for real. For real.
What do
'Cause-
you mean?
Well, I mean, just more lines. You gotta remember the parents is the one that introduced these 2 young ladies to R. Kelly. Both parents introduced
So
their
is-
daughters to R. Kelly.
All right, that makes them wrong, but that doesn't
Right, but
relieve his guilt.
I'm
I
not
mean,
saying it releases guilt, but at the end of the day, because my thing is this: I believe if someone wants help, they're gonna ask for it. And it's just like someone with an addict, and you could be an addict. We just talk about addictions and things to an individual person. Until those people are ready to get help or get out of a situation, they're gonna stay in it no matter what you say and what you do. They want no parts of anything else said outside of that. All right. So this week, which internet went crazy, broke all kinds of things with when these 2 lovely ladies got into a physical altercation in the condo that Robert has at one of the Trump Towers. And it was all caught on live. I wish we'd have caught them right hooks she got.
I know. That's what I was trying to see.
Yo, man.
She didn't get hurt too bad. I mean,
Nah,
she said
I
I
was
have a little
fucked up.
blemish.
Yeah,
and-
I was fucked up. I would hear that shit. Here's the thing. You have these 2 young ladies, and as you can see, they're in the process of moving out of the condo. And we only caught the tail end of how what the conversation was leading up to this.
Right.
Now, these are two young ladies. After everybody went on them, everyone talked, about the abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. These two young ladies were like, yo, these women are lying. Things didn't work out for them the way they wanted it to work out for them. And, they just bull-faced liars. Sat there with the same young lady that sat with R. Kelly, where he went up crazy crying, "It's my life." And they sat there and they said, it's a bull-faced lie. And all of a sudden now, money dries up.
Right.
He's not bringing in the money. A lot of these radio stations and stuff, they're not playing his music.
Right.
So that revenue's not coming in. All of a sudden, I'm going to move out. I'm going to further my career. She was, I understand what she did was like, okay, red flags went off. I need to make sure that I set myself up. I've been solely dependent on a certain individual. So she established some things, but she still was kind of playing that role as the girlfriend, ride or die.
Right.
Which, as far as the other one, she was listen, I'm good, whatever y'all got to say. And her own parents went on. Her account was hacked about R. Kelly. He's doing this. He's preventing. She went on live and was like, no, boo-boos. That's still my love.
Mm-hmm.
So right before we kind of get the vision, they were getting into an argument, and as said to Savage, and she has the greatest name because that bitch is a savage. A comment was said as far as how, according to her, R. Kelly forced Savage and as to get into a sexual encounter, and at this time, Az was underage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want to clean this up, though. It wasn't underage. She was 13, 14. She was 17, about to turn 18, and her family, including her, lied about her age.
Mm-hmm.
About her being actual of age, where
Okay.
Savage at the time was of age. So she said that, and Savage caught a little feelings with it because, like, she's literally live saying these things.
Mm-hmm.
And, unfortunately, what a lot of people don't understand is there is no taking anything down from internet.
Right.
Once it's up, it's up. Someone's going to find it. Someone's going to talk about it, share it. So as Savage was walking out, I guess the frustration got the better of her. And next thing you know, she charges and next thing you know, phone drops, goes flying, and you hear the people who are in the room saying, "Oh my gosh," which means somebody got lumped the fuck up.
Uh-huh.
So they're pulling them apart, and they finally get them apart. And obviously the phone is still on the ground, and you still hear the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think after like 8 or 9 minutes, she finally finds her phone and picks it up and wants to tell everybody how she good, she can fight. I fucked up though, you know what I mean? And how she wants to press charges.
Right.
And then after she says all this, then she starts to go in and starts to bash her and Kelly. And as far as the underage sex and, she was forced to this and that, and now she's doing a complete 180 of what she was saying. And now she's in a bad spot. She's in a very bad spot because it's against the law to lie to a federal agent, which she did, according to her.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's in between a rock and a hard place. And now she has to have her lawyer sit down and try to work something out to where she won't do jail time because she lied to a federal law enforcement. I don't believe her. Money stopped coming in. All of a sudden now all these, want to bring all these things up in all these other situations. And Savage is still that ride or die. She's still riding with him, even though the money ain't flowing. Now, from your outtake on this, now I know you were saying you kind of believe the whole harem thing, cult, what do you call that? Brain, what do you call those things? Gosh, man, there's zombies, the whole you got to do what I say type situation.
I mean, regular men mentally manipulate regular of age women all the time. I mean,
Vice versa, women and men.
right,
Happens both ways.
right. Well, I'm here to speak for the ladies
Okay.
because I wear panties. So I can only speak for the experiences that I've had.
Okay.
You don't have to be rich. You just have to know how to manipulate to take advantage of somebody mentally.
Okay.
Again, and it doesn't mean that you. I mean, some men like younger women because they can control their mind more. So it depends on really where you are in your life, what's going on, and what you'll accept, and whether he had a harem or a group of women or not, we know that he does like young girls.
Agreed.
Okay, we know that, like younger than 16, right?
Okay.
So that is where the problem lies. Because I agree, like if you're 16 and you're living like a 21-year-old, you're doing everything a 21 or 22-year-old is doing. You're out there, you're clubbing, you're lying about your age, you're ahead of your time, you're not mentally a 15 or 16-year-old, then don't cry I'm too young when it's all said and done.
After this.
Right.
Okay.
Don't try to use that, at the end because you were grown enough to do the things that you chose to do and nobody forced you physically. You wanted to be in that spot because it was beneficial.
You wanted to be grown, act grown.
You want to be grown. You want to, live that life. So that comes with a lot of stuff. I mean, I tell my kids all the time, you big enough to hit somebody, you're going to get hit back. Like, you got to deal with it.
No, I agree with you. And like I said, it's a sad situation. But here's my thing where I'm leaning towards Savage as being the ultimate ride or die. The ultimate ride or die individual. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I'm saying that, because it's more lines of this young lady, even though the money's not coming in and all this stuff is coming up, she's still sticking to her story. And the fact that this young lady, I guess the money ain't coming in, she ain't as built as the other one is, she's putting things out there that shouldn't be said. And again, now she's doing a complete 180. But at the end of the day, it's kind of, like say, rocking a hard place because you can't lie to a federal agent. Those things come back and bite you in the ass. And now she's trying to strike a deal with the FBI to try to avoid jail time but still get herself out of this bad predicament she's put herself into.
Mm-hmm. And your question for me is?
No, my thing is just more lines of, would you believe her now?
Uh-huh.
With her doing the complete 180?
Right.
Would you be more like, listen, she's just doing this to try to save her ass? Or, you know what, she took it as long as she could and she can't take it anymore and she's about to start telling the truth?
I would say a little bit of both. Because, when everything is good, you don't see down the line what as parents used to say, you're going to run into a brick wall. And when you all driving this car and that car and you're going to eat and you have different bags and shoes and everything, you don't want to hear that. But when the rug gets pulled from under you, you see things that you didn't see. So at the end of the day, though, she still has to go through the consequences of her actions as well. Like, even if she doesn't get locked up, there's somebody upstairs. His name is God, and he will bring you to your knees when you least expect it, and you have to answer for, your life.
You have to answer for your actions.
Yeah, some people call it karma. Some people, people call it different things. But, no one is safe against life. At the end of the day, life will teach you lessons that you didn't want to learn easy. Some people got to learn the hard way.
Well, yeah, you have to go through it. I like this is the thing I say again. Like I say, a grown man doing what he did to women, and at the end of the day, but unfortunately, I always say look at the family. I mean, you can't manipulate someone that does have a strong will, a strong mind. They can't be easily manipulated. And I always say, the fact that these young ladies were brought to R. Kelly by the fucking families.
But okay, so all right, just because you're a parent doesn't mean that you are emotionally or mentally stable. Just because you're a parent.
Well, no, I'm not
Just
saying
'cause-
parent. I'm saying you're a parent. All right, here's the thing. At the end of the day, you are responsible as a parent for the way you upbring your child.
Mhm.
Your child is going to live their life the way what they saw and what they were taught. And the fact that these two young ladies were pretty much given to R. Kelly with the promise of successful careers,
Mhm.
these parents were thinking finances.
Mhm.
Because these accusations been out for way longer than he's been with these young ladies. So, you as a parent, would you take any of your daughters to R. Kelly or any other man that has any kind of these accusations on his record?
Of course not, but that's what I'm saying.
But
Just
that's
because
what
you're
I'm
a
saying.
parent doesn't mean you're healthy for your child.
Oh no, yeah, I agree with you on that. What I'm
And-
saying as a parent, for them to approach this way, and a lot of people just always go back to say like Gary Coleman's parents,
Mhm.
who had he was one of the most successful young kids on TV, and his parents spent all his money, and it got to the fact that the motherfucker was working as a security guard
Mhm.
to survive, and like what kind of mental capacity this man had to have to being so successful and to not have a pot to piss in. Well, when to throw out of, as we were taught.
Mhm.
So no, I feel what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
I think because when you deal with people, especially just more than one, if you have two people, you have so many dynamics that come together. You have past experiences. Now it's coming out that he was molested. Obviously, her parents were looking for money. They were money hungry. So, is she totally innocent? No. Is she a victim in some regards?
you would say she's a victim.
In some regards, because your
Okay.
mind, even if you're acting grown at 17, mentally you're not grown mentally. So you're making decisions that a childlike decisions.
Okay. Okay.
So I just feel like bringing more than one or two or three people in the mix. He's 53. Like, is he sitting there now finally saying, damn, why did I have to have a 14-year-old? I could have had a 28-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, is it really worth it to go and spend the rest of your life in prison when you knew the consequences of dealing with young women? But we lie to ourselves. He's like, I'm R. Kelly. Nobody can touch me. And again, life has a way of...
Yeah, it wakes you the fuck up. Yeah, it wakes you the fuck up. Well,
So everybody has their path, their
Right.
trials, their tribulations, their lessons, and sometimes it takes a lifetime, really.
I feel you. I will say this before we move on to the next topic. She did press charges. Savage was arrested.
Hmm.
She did eventually get out on bail. She'll have to go to court because of the situation or whatever. And what's going to happen is police are going to try to use this to their advantage to get Savage to, go against him.
Right.
But for some reason, she's still that ride or die for this guy, even though he may never see the light of day ever again.
Well, she needs to pull up some phone records and go to some emails, because I'm sure if she really finds out what was going on behind her back, that might help.
I think she's barricaded herself in, and even though she's heard all the things she's heard, I think at a point in time in her mind she loves this man to death. She wants to be loyal to him.
Hmm.
And there are those individuals who, with all the fire around them, they'll still put themselves in front of the fire
Right.
to try to protect the individuals. So I don't.
Normally those individuals won't do the same thing for you when the tables were turned.
I don't know. I'm not sure how this case is going to turn out. You know, I don't think it'll turn out the way everyone thinks it is with all this evidence and all this other stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's still circumstantial. It's still hearsay. And we all know once the FBI start coming at you is when they really have a case. But I don't think their case is as strong as it's led out to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies, I wish y'all to the best. Um, it's hard being mentally attached to something that isn't
good
for you.
That's right.
I always say
It
the person
certainly
that ever
is.
started that sticks and stones need to be punched in the fucking mouth. Because words do hurt worse than, a bruise would heal, a bone would heal, eyes she'll heal after she got lumped the fuck up. Her shit eventually get good. But at the end of the day, when someone hurts you emotionally and mentally,
Yeah.
that shit scars you, could be for the rest of your life. We talked last week of how, even Kim Kardashian being beautiful back then, before the surgeries, in her mind she wasn't. So it didn't matter what anyone told her, she was destined to start having all these surgeries. And look at what's happened to all her family, because every last one of her sisters has had surgery.
Yeah.
Even Otis, who didn't do anything, and all of a sudden she started doing things too. So, well, we wish y'all the best. But I tell y'all, don't be running up on Savage, yo. That girl hand game is serious. She was dragging that bitch. You hear people in the room say, "Oh shit,"
Right.
shit got real in the room. All right, Ed, it's your story. Let's go.
All right. So, I guess I may be put on the chopping block like Lonnie Love with this story, but
She's
I'm not
coming next.
retracting,
Right.
my statement. I stand by my beliefs and my ideas and my opinion because that's what it is. You can disagree, which all the time you do, but Ray J. I will say Ray J and Princess.
Right. Yeah, I love the fact that's actually her name. I like
Yeah. They are a nice couple. I think that they really love each other. When I say they're a nice couple, they are trying to be the ideal family. They're new parents and newlyweds at the same time. So, whereas normally we would, say Ray J is the loose cannon, he's out here everywhere, he's doing too much. One thing I did not like was the fact that Princess, this last issue that they had, went on social media and told everything that was going on with her, and that is your husband.
Exactly.
Now, I've been known to vent on social media. I've gotten better over the last couple of years, I must say. I used to feel like, why be fake? If things are not going well, why can't I express how I feel? And you can. But I think if you're married to someone, that there's some things that need to be kept at home and kept,
Well, hit
away
below
from
the
the
line,
public.
and it's, to a certain extent.
Yeah,
like we
because
were
now
taught
you look stupid because you said you was getting a divorce and you're pregnant, and now you want to be with your husband. You're about to have his son. He's all in all now because he has a boy, just like Chris Brown. Now he's all in love with Amica, whatever her name is, and it's just so tiring to see these men with these women that are so in love with them, and it's just never enough, it seems. It's always looking for something else when you have it right in front of your face. A lot of times. Now, I'm not going to say it's only black men, so I'll get I won't get hung up like Lonnie Love is right now. I won't say it's only black men, but I'm really more concerned with my culture and my race because, everybody else is taking care of theirs. Everybody else is doing their own thing. So I have to speak for my community.
Right.
But my question that I posed to you, which I'm going to ask you now.
Let's go.
What does it take for a man to get it?
I will say this: I never thought they were actually in love. I thought at one point he cared for her,
Hmm.
and she cared for what she can be or accomplish with him. Now, anybody who's,
So it's just about what she can get out the deal.
I think for me, she figured you would just say you throw a stone, you hit the, gosh, what's that? Two birds with one stone.
Hmm.
All right, I got a man who could pipe the shit out of me.
Hmm.
He's an entrepreneur. He's making a couple of dollars, so I got the dick and the money.
Okay.
I'm good. I can rock with that. But I think what happens here is you have two individuals who I think this man wanted to be married.
Hmm.
I think he loved the idea of being married. I don't think he
Hmm.
actually wanted to be married. This is a man who's still attracted to other women.
I mean, aren't men always still attracted to other women?
You're attracted to him, but not to the point to where you're trying to smash or you still smashing. I think now, mind you, Ray J is worth $14 million.
Okay.
Man got
From what? Damn.
No, I mean I'd say this. You can say whatever you want, but dude has his hands in a lot of business things like his headphones, his wires headphones, his scooters. He's a good businessman. And shout out to his mom. She's a great manager. She's gonna make sure that family always has money.
Hmm.
So you look at this man's career, you be like, no way in hell. You be like, yo, Ray J worth 14 mil. Oh,
Exactly.
shit. Like, wow. Yeah, the man doing his thing. But you have this girl who, all right, was a stripper, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But like, what do you bring
Princess
to the
was
table?
a stripper?
As far as I know, she was. I could be wrong, and if I am, I apologize. But that's what had my head down trying to get as much
Okay.
information on her or whatever. That is her. I love the fact that that's her fucking name, man. I swear to fucking goodness, I love that shit.
And Love is her last name too.
Yeah, that's her actual name. So, but she's not bringing anything to the table, and I always say it from this standpoint.
She bringing babies.
I mean, she's bringing babies and surgery ass and titties and shit like that. Now she's beautiful, and I ain't saying anything wrong with chicks with surgeries, because if niggas could do it, they be doing it too. And niggas do. I mean, some dudes do certain surgeries anyway.
Hmm.
But I don't look at these two and I say, yo, these are two individuals like I would say Kanye West and Kim Kardashian.
Hmm.
I think those two are really in love.
Yeah.
I
You
think
gotta
these
be
two,
in
yeah,
love with
you go through all that shit, but
to deal with him.
right. But I don't look at these two and say that. She's already broke the cardinal rule. This is similar to the T.I. and Tiny thing. We go through something, the first thing you start doing is going on social media and putting our business out there.
Yeah.
And you can listen to Love and Hip Hop if you fucking want. These motherfuckers got prenup.
Hmm.
And I guarantee you, it's not leaving with them kids.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not leaving with them kids. Because if that was the case, she'd been would have did it. She's not bringing anything to the table under any circumstances. So what I'm saying is, if you have a man that truly wants to be with you, truly loves you, he won't fuck with anybody else. It's plain and simple, just like a female.
Hmm.
If someone really loves you, really cares about you, and really want to be with you, there's nothing you could that would be put in front of them that would make them go astray.
Hmm.
Even when y'all niggas ain't getting along, y'all can't stand each other. It's like what I call is you got them horse blinders, the blinders, and you don't see to the left or the right, you just see straight ahead. And unfortunately, you have individuals these days who are just getting into relationships just to get into them. Well, she's been here since day one, so I might as well. No, you're not feeling her like that. You're not feeling her like that.
You think he's not feeling her like that?
Absolutely not, because he's still fucking other bitches.
Mm.
And like that's what I'm saying. You can't tell someone you care for him, you love him, why you still smashing someone else.
I mean, because people say that that's just physical and it's not love.
Shit, Nick. Here's the thing. You don't care for that person like you claim you do if you still sleeping with somebody else.
Hmm.
Period. And people need to start doing more things like D-Ray. D-Ray is that comedian who has 2 living girlfriends. And it works for him.
Yeah, if everybody's consenting adults, then
And that's
yeah.
the thing. If you're a person you're not ready to settle down, why fucking do it? Find
Because
a
the
girl.
person, see, this is the thing. It works for D. Ray Davis, and the girls are going along with it because they're fine with it. And there are some women who don't want a whole man to himself because it's too much of a damn headache. Okay, so they rather split it in half, and you take his ass today, and I'll deal with him tomorrow. Okay,
Well, they
but
live together, so it's not he's yours today and yours
well,
tomorrow.
I'm sure they have different
Well,
bedrooms.
yeah, they probably have no, they all be in the same room. They
I'm sure there's a second room somewhere.
I remember the story.
They're not in a one bedroom apartment.
not a one bedroom apartment, but the way they do it is the way, in my mind, it needs to be done. You're dealing with a female who's attracted to a female.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're dealing with a woman who's attracted to a woman, and there are two beautiful different women from two different nationality backgrounds,
Mm-hmm.
and that works. Instead of dealing with someone who only wants you to themselves, but you still want to share yourself with someone else. There are plenty
Right,
of
but the person that so you have someone that is in love with you, and you still want to share yourself with other people, but at the end of the day, you don't want that person to be with anybody else.
no,
Because I know he don't
they
want
are with
Princess to
someone
be with
else.
somebody
Again,
else. He
be
doesn't
with
want
a woman.
Princess to be with other people, but he'll be with other people.
Well, again, that's the marriage. This is what you signed up for.
She didn't sign up for that.
That's what she signed up for.
No, she signed
signed
up
up
for
for it.
somebody that
If
said
here's
he
the thing.
said it himself. I'm gonna be a different man. I'm not gonna
And,
do
and
all
the
this
fact that
stuff
she
again.
believed that, she bumped her fucking head. This nigga's been fucking bitches left and right for about 20 years now. And he gonna keep doing it. It's not like a person who was like addicted to drugs that came to you and said, oh, listen, I need help. I'm done. Nobody in the world believes this man is done from whatever. Because first of all, she just had the baby. She pregnant. She can't go nowhere. This is this nigga time to get out and fuck other bitches. But what he's doing is he's surrounded himself with loyal boys.
Right.
Like you're going to like the whole what's the Kevin Hart thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get to Kevin, you gotta go through me. You want to talk to Kevin? I got codes. I know how to text Kevin. Kevin know to get back in touch to me, and then I hit you. See, everybody's signing up for what they already know. This is the way it is. Either you sign it up for it or you're not.
Mm-hmm.
There's a gazillion other women out here that will. But I think these individuals continue to
So
keep
then why
walking.
is he with her then?
First of all, she got the kids. And he's all about image. This is a young lady he claimed he loved. He was all on TV, love and hip hop for. And I have what's the word I'm trying to look for? But I have the image I present you when we're out and about. But behind closed doors, I'm living the life I really want to live. I'm going to show you this. This is what you're going to think and believe was what's actually going on. But when that camera's not in front of me, I'm actually living my actual life. Like these individuals who keep getting exposed for continuing to doctor in their photos.
Mm-hmm.
Smaller faces, smaller waists. You see them in real life, you're like, what the fuck just happened? That's not who I was just like in the picture. It's impossible. So you have these people who keep living lives for different reasons. You want to say, I'm Ray J's husband. Like, she's went to superstar to superstar to superstar. She went from Floyd Mayweather to Ray J.
Well, you look. I mean, if you look at Floyd Mayweather to Ray J, even though he's worth that much money, I didn't know. I think you probably had the lesser of two evils, even though he could still deal with stuff. I think Floyd Mayweather probably take her through a whole lot more than Ray J.
Have you ever heard of Floyd cheating? I mean, you hear of them breaking up, but you'll never hear Floyd cheating. If he's doing it very well to where it's not getting out.
Well, I haven't heard of him being in a relationship long enough for it to be
Well, no,
cheating.
he's been in it. It's just
so
like
he's probably in a
eventually.
relationship. He cheats. They break up. He finds another girl. They break up.
Well, you
'cause
don't
he
see
cheats.
the latest one. You don't really see like. I think he's learned instead of keep putting a lot of his walking around having photos taken with his shorties
Mhm.
or his main girl to where to get out there and then everyone's all thirst. Because here's the thing: if you got certain type of money, you gonna have a certain type of chick on your arm. She ain't gonna be your run of the mill.
Right.
She all right. She my ride or die. Look how homely she is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mean to get on my man like that, but look at Denzel. Denzel's wife ain't attractive. She's very educated. But this is a man who's been fucking Sanaa Lathan for years.
He's not still messing with
He's
Sanaa
still
Lathan.
busting this bitch ass. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
God.
And I mean, that's what I'm saying. She's going to continue to deny it because she going to play her fucking role. She's been a mistress in the game for years. But she playing her role.
Terrible.
She playing her role. That's her role.
Is
You know
there
what I
any
mean?
hope for us?
I will say
black
again,
women?
stop trying. It goes to this. It don't matter how much you care for someone, how much you really, really like them.
Mhm.
You can't make somebody do something they don't want to do. And even if they change until they're ready to actually change, they'll act right for the first couple of months. And eventually they're going to go back to who they are because it's who they are.
Right.
They didn't want to change. They never wanted to change in the beginning. They just wanted to shut you the fuck up.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry, women. Men do that a lot. We want to shut y'all the fuck up because we don't want to hear that shit. We don't. We don't.
Ooh, excuse me.
All right, let's get one more. We get out of here. Got a young lady born day. She's waiting for the cake and ice cream and stuff.
I'm gonna go home and go to sleep.
Yeah, all right. This bitch here. Go ahead.
All right. So Lonnie Love fell into a controversy. I don't think she knew the backlash she was gonna get, and I don't think that she knew the impact of what she was saying when she said it. She innocently and
Stop it.
genuinely
Stop. Don't even do that.
said
Don't do that.
that I don't speak for the black community, which she does not, and that is true. But black men have a problem being faithful, especially if they have money. Now it seems to me you just validated her statement when we were talking about Ray J a second ago.
No, so you're dealing with a man who doesn't want to settle down. He did. She knew it. This nigga was fucking with bitches on a stripper pole, right? 2 days before they were supposed to get married.
Denzel Washington is always putting his wife up on a pedestal.
Oh, he does. He's smart.
And
He's
talking
smart.
about how
She another
he loves
Camille.
her. Anyway, so that also validates the statement. Here is a man who is portraying himself as in love with his lovely wife of probably now over 30 years, right?
Right.
But because he is who he is, he's not gonna give up that machismo.
Unfortunately, when money and families involved, people ignore shit. Just like,
So
God.
how is she wrong? How is she wrong? It's like, okay, I don't think that it's only black men. But because, and she did bring our history into the fact that we have, as slaves, been torn apart from each other for a very long time. So now when the civil rights movement comes in and we have Dr. King, and now we hear all this stuff about Dr. King was cheating on Coretta, too.
King love them white bitches, baby.
So then how is she wrong?
I will say this. I have a problem with this because this is the same individual who sat up there and was talking about when black men get rich, they only want to deal with white women. They dissing our sisters, and she fucking with a white man. She's saving the same story that she claimed and bashing black men for doing. She's doing the same exact thing while she's dating a white man.
It's not the same exact thing, because if you saw the meme that's been going around Facebook, I love my memes. It said, if you see me with a white guy, I done tried with you coloreds. All right? And it means we have been loyal. We have been loyal. We have been loyal to our black men. I still haven't had the opportunity to say, forget a black man I'm gonna try a white man because my loyalty to the race. Okay.
That's why you went as long as you did unhappy. But here's the thing.
But see, you keep contradicting yourself.
I'm not contradicting
right now.
myself. You say it for your instance. And what I'm saying is, I'm not mad. My thing is the fact that she waited till she started dating somebody white to said what she bashed black men from doing, and she's doing the same exact thing. That's my issue, my problem with it. It's not the fact that she's dating a white man. If that's who floats your fucking boat, knock yourself out.
See, there's a difference. There's a difference. Black men date white women because they think that when they make it, they have to have a white woman
Absolutely
on their arm.
not. Absolutely not.
There are plenty. There's another article that's been going around for years now. Eddie Murphy. There's like 10 different black men that you wouldn't even know, maybe 20, that are actually married to or with white women. Now, there's a couple of black women that are with white men too. Alfre Woodard has been married to a white man for a number of years. But the difference is we don't just go and choose a white man because we think that's the prestige. We get tired of being beat up mentally, emotionally by our men. And then a white man comes along. Serena Williams is a perfect example. Because she tried with Common, she tried with a bunch of guys, Drake, okay? And she said, I was not treated the same. Now, there comes a time where we have to say, look, I've given it up for my race, and these men keep turning their back on us, keep mistreating us, keep thinking that we're not the prize, and here comes this white man, and he wants to give me the world. What the hell?
See how women turn it into their favor. It's complete. When black men do it and finally start dating a white woman, it's different.
We don't want to do it.
Who said we
don't
want to do it?
Y'all do it
No,
because
we don't. We want to be fucking happy. Here's the thing. Most black men who out there, unfortunately, I always say black women are taught not to need a man. Man, period. Most women don't know when to shut the fuck up. And that's just the fucking truth of it.
And it's only black women.
Ain't only black. I said women.
Oh, okay.
I said women. You hear me say only black women?
Mm-hmm.
But yes, a majority is black. Shut the fuck up. There are times or buttons you push that you don't need to push it. But you want to have that I'm the dominant in this relationship. There is no dominance in the relationship. Both parties have to be in it. There is no 50%. We have to be in it together. You're going to be good at certain things I'm not good at, and vice versa. Find someone that is strong where you're weak to teach you how to do things differently. How many black women can show a man how to balance a checkbook properly? Most of their credits is max the fuck
there
out.
are plenty of black women CEOs running companies
10%,
nowadays.
10%, and I'm being generous by giving it that much.
Okay, and how many black men?
I mean, black men, I'd say about 25, 30%. It's more than women. Unfortunately, businesses frown upon. It's still the boys' club, which is wrong. I'm sorry. If a person is educated and they can do a job properly, they do. Which is why they always want to tell you, all right, you can't hold a certain position if you don't have any educational background.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know most white people are the ones that go to college. But if you started at the bottom and you grew up within a company, you know how to run a company, I would think you should be given a greater opportunity to succeed than someone who hasn't. Just because they got an education, that don't mean they know how to run shit. I see many managers come and run shit into the fucking ground. Because, yeah, you had an education, but you had no experience in this field at all.
Okay, so that also validates the fact that if you have a higher percentage of other cultures and races, the divorce rate is high. And it's not just among blacks. Cause,
it's higher
are
in
we even
white
getting
cultures.
married?
It's higher in white cultures. They're the ones getting divorced. Nigga, you
Because
can't still buy me this
but they're
Chanel.
getting married more.
Oh, this nigga broke? I'm out.
Oh my God, we might have
That's
to
what the
continue.
white
We
women
might
be
have
saying,
to
yo.
continue. Oh, the white women.
That's what
Oh,
the white
okay. I
women
thought you
saying.
said.
Oh, you
I
broke?
thought you were
Oh,
saying.
I'm out. Where's the football
Right.
player?
But see, a black woman will live in a hut, a shack,
That's a
live
fucking
in a
lie.
car with you.
That's a
She'll
fucking lie.
help you go to school,
That's a
and
lie.
then you'll get up and want to be with a white
She
woman.
looking at that. She watching that Tyler Perry movie that dickhead not too long ago. No, here's the thing. I don't care about race, people, and I don't care about this, pro that. It's all about happy. Because I tell people all the time, we've all had been through shit in our lifetime, and if you prevented yourself from getting blessed just because the other person wasn't black, then you're a fool. Because I tell you, to this day, I had a white person do more for me than black people. Like, I tell you right now, I'd rather get pulled over by a white cop than a black cop. Hands motherfucking down. Because they always feel they have to prove something.
Well, that's the self-hate that comes from
Right.
post-traumatic slave disorder, which transfers over to our relationships.
People
It's
kill
the
me with this
same
slavery
thing.
shit.
It is the
You ain't
same
never get your fucking
thing.
back cracked. You ain't get your back cracked.
Okay, but our ancestors who
Yeah,
did,
right. Your grandmother's
who
mother,
raised us, and
grandmother,
that's why continually they'll
who
tell
did.
you that you're no good, you're full of this, you're full of that.
If someone
because
telling you you're no
the
good and you believe it, you're a fucking fool.
The slave mother had to say, my son is lazy, he's no good, so that her son would not get sold. This gets passed down. It's called a curse, a
No fucking
generational curse that keeps going. It's like a snowball
And that's the
effect.
problem with black people around. You can be anything you want to be. You can do anything you want to do. Understand the society and the system you're in. Good credit and a good education, or having experience in a trade. That's what you need. There's a library in every fucking hood. Y'all motherfuckers just don't want to go. You
See,
can
that's
get
the
you can get a
stereotype, because
scholarship.
black
It is.
people
They
go
don't.
to the library all the time.
All right. So where's the scholarships? You can get a scholarship for just being left-handed. Oh, I don't have any money. There's no. There are out there. Go to the library, get it. This tool you got in your fucking hand here. Google that shit.
Them and get. If you and I will find the article, and I would like to continue this conversation.
Absolutely.
Because there are plenty of black men in college doing well
Absolutely.
right now.
Women too.
Okay, and women too.
Yeah.
Okay, so education, not that it's not the issue for the hood community.
Right.
Okay, but it's not so much education and finances as much as it is us knowing and seeing the images of togetherness. We're doing it separate. We're doing it individually. We're not doing it together.
You know what color matters?
Green.
Green. That's the only color that matters.
And because of that,
it goes
you
to show
validated
you
my statement again, because as she said, men with money and power think that they should have the pick of the litter when it comes to women. Whatever they want, however they want, whoever they want.
There is a certain arrogance of certain people.
So
look at your
saying
FUBU guy.
Wrong.
Your guy sold FUBU. Now he ain't black. He ain't never been black. But he was in the motherfucking baggy ass shit, popping them bottles with puffing
So
him.
why wasn't
my
he ever
niggas
black?
and
Why
all
never was he black?
All of a sudden now you can't catch that nigga doing anything for black people. Most black people who are successful and become crazy rich, they don't have anything to do with black people. Kanye West is showing you that shit right now. He was pro-black until he started getting those ducats.
Then how was Lonnie Love wrong?
No, I'm saying she's wrong because you went, again, and talked bad about a black man dating a white woman, and you turned around and bashed that because you're dating a white man.
We're going to have to have part two. I got to go do my daughter's birthday.
No problem.
We're gonna continue this. Thank you guys for tuning in to the abbreviated extra topping show. And it still was almost a damn hour.
Pretty much.
We got a lot to say, and we're
Always.
glad that you're listening and watching Extra Toppings Friday nights, 7:30, all day.